How's it going, everybody? So in this video, I am going to talk about how to live a simple life and be happy. So before I get started, please subscribe to my channel if you guys haven't already. I do appreciate the support. It helps my channel grow. Please follow me on Instagram, dylanberg999. So here's the thing with living a simple life and being happy. What happens is there's a thing called the hedonic effect or the hedonic treadmill. And what basically happens with this is a lot of people, what they do is they strive for materialistic items in their day-to-day lives. So a lot of people, they try to get a better job so they can buy more things. Now here's the thing. Here's what happens to your brain when you buy more things, you buy newer things. And this has happened to me and this has happened to everyone. And I've actually done experiments with this and I've seen different results from doing this. But what happens is that when you buy things, this is your baseline happiness. This is kind of how you are day to day. There's going to be spikes and curves, and sometimes you're going to be happier, sometimes you're going to be mad, but there is going to be a baseline of your happiness, or basically how content you are in life. So what happens is when you buy something, let's say you just buy a brand new house and it's super nice. What's going to happen is that your emotions, your happiness is going to go like this. It's going to skyrocket. But what's going to happen is over time, that house become less and less happy and less until eventually you're back at the baseline. So here's the thing. It's good to get nice things and it's nice to do that. But what'll happen a lot of time is people will be striving for those things. And what'll happen is once they get, let's say they're living in a $300,000 house. They want a nicer house. So get the $500,000 house. Well, now they want the $700,000 house or the $1 million house. So what happens is when you don't achieve this, your happiness is going to go down until you actually hit that. So what happens is people, instead of living a normal life, a happy life, they're always trying to get more and more and more. And what happens eventually is every time you hit more and more and more, what happens is that your happiness only lasts for a little bit. Like when I got a new house, or when I got my first house with my brother, I was super excited for maybe like a week or so, and then it went back to my baseline happiness. It's just, you go back to living your life and it doesn't really make you happy anymore. That is why it's good to live a simple life and not go after the materialistic items. Live life with moderation. For example, get a house that it's good, it's nice, but you don't need a fancy house. You don't need a brand new car. You can get one that's 2, 3, 5 years old. It's gonna last you. And once you have those things, look into other things. That's what a lot of people do, is they live their life trying to make more money, trying to buy more materialistic items. That's what I used to do. I used to think about that all the time. And then I shifted to more experience, trying to live your life with experiences aside from money and materialistic items. Because great quote, what someone told me, the most valuable resource in life is actually time. So that's the only thing that we can't control. You can get a high paying job, you can make $1 million, you can make 10 million, you can make 100 million, all that's possible, but you only have a limited amount of time. So use your time extremely good. So that's what I recommend. Live a simple life. Get a decent house, get a decent car, save up for retirement. Once you guys have hit those things, you're golden. You don't need to worry about money anymore. You don't need to worry about buying a better car, buying a better house, getting more. And here's another thing that I really recommend. Find a job that you enjoy to do. Studies have shown that 9 out of 10 people hate their jobs. So out of 100 people, 90 people hate their jobs. That is awful. You work at a job 8 to 10 hours a day. So during those 8 to 10 hours a day, you are miserable, and you do that for 30, 40 years until you finally retire. So to live a simple life, I recommend finding a job that you're happy over a job that pays more. For example, if you have the option of going for a job that pays $20 versus $50 an hour, the job that you absolutely love pays 20, do the job for 20, 100% guaranteed. Before, I would always pick the job that pays $50, and I went a long time, 4 or 5 years, being very, very unhappy, but making a lot of money. So really, really, really recommend for you guys, live a simple life. And there's actually a lot of forums on Reddit, a lot of articles on the internet, and believe me, you will be completely blown away if you live a simple life, if you do research on this. I've done a ton of research, and it just kind of puts your life into perspective, and you start to understand like, hey, I'm actually doing extremely well. There's millions of people that die every single day because of lack of water, and you guys are complaining because you don't have an Xbox One or a PlayStation 4 or a brand new cell phone. So when you actually put things into perspective, a lot of us are living extremely good. The reason why we don't feel like that is because we're always chasing the next materialistic item. So that's what I recommend doing to live a simple life. Get a decent place. It doesn't even have to be a house. Get a decent apartment, get a decent vehicle. You don't even need a vehicle. If you're close to work, get a bicycle, walk. And then focus your attention on being happy and living for experiences. That's what I recommend to do. So end the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Please follow me on Instagram, DylanBurke999.